helps. Next question is from Lee Bush. And Lee asks, why does niching for the purpose of marketing tend to cause such paralysis with many coaches? What's behind the internal / psychological challenges with niching? And thank you.
Okay, Lee. Right. Why does niching bring this up? Because we're terrified. And we're terrified for reasons that seem really good, but don't actually pan out. I wrote an ebook, and if you sign up for my ethical marketing starter kit, marketingforhippies.com, it's in there in the ethical marketing starter kit. It's called Niching Fears, and there's 14 fears I figure that people have that I've heard over the years. And people are just scared. That's why. And they're scared that there's a number of different things. So yeah, then they get paralyzed because they think those fears are real and going to pan out, and they very rarely are. And B, they just don't know how to contend with the possibility of those happening. So I mean, one fear, for example, is, oh, if I niche down, I'm going to lose out on business, which of course is a delusion that you could have everybody if you wanted to, and that by being general, you're not losing out on people too. You know, we're always losing out on somebody. There's no such thing as something that appeals to all the people all the time. So, so that's what I see, and of course, I think part of it is. So there's that. When people are really struggling to figure out their niche, they're just scared that it's going to have some negative consequence to do the niching. 14 different versions of that I've found. But then the flip side of it is sometimes people find a niche and now they're still terrified. So why would they be terrified if they found their niche? Because most of the time it's relief. When people find their niche, it's relief, but occasionally it is terror. And well, then because it's asking them to finally step up and to do something, you know, it's asking them to finally occupy a certain position in the world and to be known for something, to be seen for something, to be visible, to speak out on something. And that can be really terrifying for people. That can be very unsettling. If you were as a child told, who are you to say any of this? Who do you think you are? If you were told you can't sing, if you're told you're stupid, you were punished for shining brightly as a kid and for performing and for being visible, if you were punished, well, that may all come up. And boy, if I find my niche and then I'm going to have to market, but I'll have to market in a shady way. Oh my God. Well, it was easy to sort of poo-poo those shady marketers, but now I don't know any other way to market. And it does seem to work. So am I going to have to do that? Oh my God. So this makes people really, I think when you find your niche, it can be a relieving moment, but sometimes it can be a very bracing, challenging moment. Because now it's for real. Now you may actually have to reach out to somebody. Now they may reject you. And of course, it can feel more personal now that you found your niche. That they're rejecting you, especially if you're a service provider. You know, you really find your thing and you put it out there and people say no to it. It can seem like they're saying no to you directly, which is why I'm so big on the point of view marketing. We share the niche, what we're up to, and we share our perspective on it. And some people may say, no, I don't resonate with that perspective. Great. They're not saying no to you personally. They're just saying, I don't resonate with your perspective. I'm not in alignment with that. It's not you, it's your perspective. And of course, we, many of us have been so programmed for success and achievement. And that's where we got, you know, status maybe at some point in our life. And so when you find your niche and now you're out there, your status is on the line. So there's all sorts of reasons why people get so torn up about this. I think also because people connect it to life purpose, and they think, oh, it's my purpose. This is what it's about. I need to find my life purpose, but niche is not your life purpose, I don't think. I mean, Mark Silver talks about this beautifully, where he says, from the Sufi perspective, our only purpose as humans in life is to open our hearts wider and wider and wider. Many indigenous people have different understandings. I know one of the ways the Mayans look at it is we're here to basically walk around and say, wow, and to give praise to the world and to feed the world in this reciprocal way. And so you understand that's a very broad job description. There's a lot of different ways to do that. So niche is specifically from a business standpoint, it's just a business decision. That's all. It's just, what do I want to be known for in the marketplace? That's the question that we're having to grapple with. Not why are you here in the world, though it may be connected to that, but sometimes it can be good to take the pressure off of it, as if it's, oh my God, my whole life and everything hinges on this. Because there may be other ways you express your purpose in the world too. And Betty, I'm curious, your thoughts, why do you think people are so terrified of niching? You're kind of out of focus right now.
I'm out of focus again. Yeah. Camera, is that better?
No, yeah.
Yeah, I think you got it. Like, I don't know if I've got anything extra to add, but just we're terrified. We're terrified of getting it wrong. We're terrified of not belonging. We're terrified of not being accepted, and just narrowing down.
Yeah,
limiting ourselves.
Do you get the sense from Lee's question, is Lee asking for himself, or is he asking as a business coach with his clients, do you think?
Yeah, I didn't get the sense it was for himself. That wasn't,
Right. So one of the things I would recommend is if you're a business coach, don't get caught on the abstract of why people are terrified of niching, but you want to find out why this person is terrified of niching. What's their resistance to it? What's their concern about it? And to really, listen in for that. Because there's lots, as you've heard, I've riffed on a bunch of reasons. Betty gave more reasons. There's lots of reasons people might be terrified of niching, might be resistant to it, but they may not all share the same one. So I would find out from your people, why are you so resistant to it? And to ask with real curiosity and if it's you, if you're resistant to it, it's just, you can read over the book and see which of those fears jump out at you, but you can also sit down and just like, what is going on? Why am I so activated by this? Why am I so concerned? Why am I so paralyzed about this? And if you ask, you'll find something. And, ironically, if your wound and your niche are connected and you ask, why am I resistant to my niche? That may be part of your niche. That may end up being the surest road you've ever found to your niche. I remember a quote, somebody said, whatever's preventing you from writing the poem is the poem. So whatever's in the way of you finding your niche may be more connected to your niche than you think.
Love that. So good. Okay, Lee, we hope that helps.